Hello. So as you can tell, my room is a bit of a mess. It's not as much of a mess as it was, but we are going to be cleaning my depression room today, as well as preparing for Crunchyroll Expo, which is tomorrow. I haven't really done a lot in terms of filming stuff recently. I had one video that I needed to edit and then I just couldn't edit it because there was so much school stuff. I have class in like half an hour. Sorry, I have very poor vision. Not very poor, but I have poor vision. I have yet to buy glasses. I need to clean up my room because it is a mess, and I have people staying over tonight for the expo. I'm also going to be what's the word? I also got new gloves. I originally had these ones from Daiso and I love them, and my partner really wanted a pair, but obviously these I bought in like 2018, so well, 2018, 2019, something like that. I can actually wash these now. But I saw these recently in Daiso and they're exactly the same, if not a little bit longer, and they have a little pattern in it. They're not as nice as my ones or my first pair, but they're pretty good. Anyway, my point, I need to clean my room because I have people coming over, and I also need to prepare for Crunchyroll Expo, making a con bag, making sure all of my cosplays are out for the next 2 days, because pretty much if I come back home from Crunchyroll Expo tomorrow and I'm super tired, I'm not gonna lay out my cosplay for Haruhi for Sunday. For Saturday, I'm going as Waluigi. I essentially have all of that laid out. I just need to make sure all the pieces are together. And yeah, so this is a clean depression room vlog. Why is that doing that? There's another thing back here. So this is a depression room cleaning video, as well as a build a con bag video with me. It'll be a little long. This is probably going to go on my second channel before I edit it and put it on my first channel. But yes, as I was saying earlier, I have a class in a few minutes, in about half an hour. So I we'll get on to class and then, you know, do cleaning while classwork. I actually like this class, so I may pause for a little bit just to work on my class stuff. And yeah, this is my axolotl of cleaning. It's one of those flip out things, but he will not be happy until this room is clean. So we gotta clean the room. I also need to see if some things work and some things don't work for my stuff. That was my foot against my bed. Okay. In. I've had food. This is for a order for my little cape cosplay making business that I'm doing. their order is like sitting over there and I need to finish it, and I need to print packing labels and stuff like that, but I can't do that until next week because I've been very overwhelmed with school and all that. So yeah, if this little thing would like to go into the bag. I'm using, like, reusing little packages that I was given from other Etsy sellers, mainly because I tend to keep all the packaging so I can reuse it. But yeah, this is just to keep the little paper slips safe, and so that if anything does get wet in this bag, that I can keep the paper safe, so people can actually, or the person can actually see the allergen and wash instructions, as well as my little message to them. And I keep small things in a little bag because it's a very expensive order, so I gave them a few little freebies as well. Bags. Sprite stocks. Up. found my scissors, fucking finally. headphones died.
It's just better in movie theaters. What? Minions? Popcorn. This is better than what? That's what I'm telling you. But it's not cooking well. Give me some space real quick. Let me cook. It's not cooking well. This is fucking disgusting. I think we need a more efficient way. Yeah, I think we need a more efficient way. Dude, when I smell it, I gag. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. That's called soup. This is what French people like eat like all the time. This is really good. This is how French people make eggs. This is not fully cooked. This looks bad. This looks like shit. Yeah, but it looks fake. Okay. I'll try it. Really good. Really. I think the problem is we're cooking on top, and only the top of the egg gets cooked, and when you move it around, it's liquid again. So I can put one flashlight underneath, bone apple teeth, and then we do two on top. Are we trapping heat in there? Will it explode? In the metal?
Okay, so I stopped the original filming, because it turns out class wasn't at 2 and instead was personal meetings for about 5 minutes each. And also, I got an order, so I had to like talk with the customer and the client and all that shit. So now I can go back to cleaning this mess. For a little bit. What I'm gonna do, so this is like my order bag thing. This can go into bag of Mentos. Men's toes. In there. So I have like this, which I'm gonna take out and I'm gonna go put out there instead and put it full of. Put it in this bag. Do I want to put in this bag? I'll put out. I just whacked myself. I'll put all of these in this bag. Never mind, I actually have a better idea than that. I always have and always will reuse these fucking shitty things because they're reusable. Do not throw these out. It's so stupid. Rah! Put. Okay, that will go out there. With the exception of shoes, anything that I'm planning on taking this weekend, or like dissecting so I can take it this weekend, goes in here. Bag, in there. My gloves. I forgot about these. Nezuko mask, that's too small. Head scratcher thing. this because I took notes on it. What's in here? Receipts and a stick. Just gonna recycle that. Don't mind me looking like an alien. I need that. Need this. And so now I'll put this on top. I can put this to the side and get on to cleaning the rest of whatever the fuck this is. And I'll do that via an actual time lapse. I'm about to vacuum and I'm not about to put all of you through that. So I will see you when I'm starting to make my con bag stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put this here because it won't rest on my shelves. It's barely resting here. There we go. So I'm just trying on bits of my cosplay. I know for a fact that this fits me and that despite the buttons being cracked, it's fine because I've worn this most recently. This is my most recent cosplay. Why is that tacky? Shit, did the warmth? Oh my god. Okay, the one problem I will say with using hot glue, especially low temperature hot glue for these buttons to fix them, is that if they reheat, it makes them tacky, which is not what you want. Hopefully they'll be fine. They'll be fine by tomorrow. I just don't wear those until later. But yes, these pants I'm just trying on to see if they still fit me because I bought them. My mum bought them back in like 20... What year was I in year 9? 16. These were bought for me in 2016. Why did I question when they were bought? I literally wore these as my first cosplay. 2016. These were bought in 2016. I need to see if they still fit me. And I have noticed that there is some not very good puckering right here. I actually think this is because someone, either me or mum, has ironed directly onto this and it's a stretch material. It's not like perfect denim. So clearly the fibers have like melted together in this line, so even if I did iron over it, it wouldn't really fix it. I will try and iron it to see if I can remove the line, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be possible. I think that's just stuck like that. But I do get to see if this fits over the pants. Ooh, what did I just drop? Oh, there's a little hook this was originally attached to and it fell. Okay. Oh, that's not a good sign. My alternate for if the jacket doesn't fit, yeah, see, because of how blue it is, you're not going to notice. I know for a fact the jacket doesn't really fit around my body because it was for when I was 16, and even then it was a bit of an awkward fit back then. So I'm going to like keep it like this. If need be, I have a bunch of safety pins that I can use to just pin it. Because this is a bought cosplay. Obviously this isn't a thing cosplay. So there's that, and I have my dress shirt as well, and I know for a fact my dress shirt fits me. So the cosplay fits, that's the good part. It's just the awkward line which will be covered by this, and I have a belt for these pants as well. Okay, so last minute props. I've got this, which I lost the actual chain to, so I put it on a necklace chain. Swinging around, it's all good. And I'm going to be making a rose because both characters have a rose, so So I don't really explain anything here. Long story short, these are gloves that I made for Waluigi because I was in cosplay parade and specifically stated that I'd sewed my own gloves, and I was gonna remake my elbow length ones, and I just didn't. So here I am cutting off excess for fingerless gloves that I made, and I already did this one earlier, but like I'll explain to you how I do the other one in a sec. These are pretty even, so I don't really need to change this side, but I needed to change this side. I could mark them so that they're all under my knuckle, just to make it sit easier. So what I'm doing is I am drawing lines to where I think the cuts should be to make the gloves look nicer as fingerless gloves, and I figured out that's right under my like knuckles. I figured would be a good spot. What I should have done was drawn a bit above where I intended to cut, because I realized I cut on like the line that the line that I drew is where I wanted it to be, not where I wanted to cut, really, if that makes sense. And obviously all of the fingers are just slightly a different length, which is a little annoying, but I made gloves and you haven't, assumedly. So these were a pain to make, but I made them and they're actually pretty cool. So yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've put them on backwards. There we go. So that's how it's supposed to look. And I think it looks really cool.
Hair fallout after bleach for 6 hours.
We saw a video on that. We saw a video on that. We saw a video on that. I told y'all.
There we go. So now what I'm doing is I am making myself a little portable sewing kit. Now I could use this one, but it is too big to fit in my bag. And the last time I went to a convention, which was Oz Comic Con, the purple bag by itself was too big, and like you can see the remnants of when I used my mini portable sewing kit at Oz Comic Con, as I've got the thread colours of my Sailor Jupiter cosplay, and I did actually use this sewing kit, so it came really in handy. I do know that every convention has a cosplay fixing station, however it feels more comfortable to me to have a what is it called? My own sewing kit, so I have the exact colours that I used in my cosplay. In my sewing kits, while stupid, I have a thimble in there because it came with my mini sewing kit. I have the threads that are used in my cosplay, so I have a spool of black thread and I add some purple thread. I've got some big safety pins and little safety pins that I want to put in to this lovely sewing kit, and I do that because, well, I have pieces of my cosplay that would need the big sewing pin rather than the little sewing pin, not sewing pin, what are they called, safety pin, and so on and so forth. I put them all in an Altoids box because an Altoids box fits in, you can see me here being fucking idiot, seeing that I have a spool of black thread where I tried to put in extra black thread because I'd never used the spool of black thread that's in the Altoids box. Anyway, I use an Altoids box because it is like the perfect size for a mini sewing kit. Fuck, what was I saying? Altoids box. Why do I use it? I use an Altoids box because it is weirdly the perfect size for a mini sewing kit. It's very portable. It's honestly better than the ones that you buy at stores, at least. I think so, because stores have really generic and cheap thread. They have a lot of stuff that you really don't need in them. That's why I like to make my own. So like I put in my two favorite needles, I put in a couple of pins, and I put in the threads that I need, and that's essentially all I need for it. If I need scissors, again, I'm going to a convention, and most conventions have a cosplay repair desk. So my thought process is if I need to cut something, then I'll just get scissors from there. Or alternatively, if it's a thread I need to cut, I can just tear it, which I know as a seamstress probably shouldn't, but if I can like make the like if I can make the knot at the end tight enough, I really don't have to worry about breaking or cinching in my thread a little bit. I really don't mind, so yeah. I also want to know, why are mint boxes in the US so big? Because and durable. Why are they big and durable? That is my fucking question. Because I've had this Altoids box since I was fucking 9. I am nearly 21. Like, what is this? How, like, it looks the same as the day I fucking bought the stupid mints. It's crazy. Also, American mints are insanely sugary. I don't remember why I hot glued a piece of paper together. Oh, now I remember why. So for my, as you saw, the Sailor Moon threads had a piece of cardboard to like that I could spin and put in the Altoids box. Like, you don't really need that much thread if you've sewn your thing well enough. But I like, what's it called? I put an excessive amount of thread on just to like make sure that I've sewn things correctly, and the more confident I am, the less I need the spools of thread, plus the spools of thread that I got with my the cheap Woolworths sewing kit that I got in 2016, ironically as well, doesn't have the exact purple. That's the reason why I do this. It's because it's the exact like threads that I used. Granted, I didn't use this thread. I used blue thread on my Waluigi cosplay, but I figured purple would just fit nicer, and I hadn't seen this purple before. Fun fact, since this time I have used all of my purple of this specific spool on a different project that isn't even my project. It's my project to send as a commission, so someone gets all my nice purple thread, except for this like extra little hot glued piece of paper that I've put in this Altoids box. That is the remnants of this specific purple thread. So yeah, I do that. I put it in my Altoids box. It's also because it's flat and doesn't take all too much space. I want to make it as portable as possible, and that's really all you need for a sewing kit. So here we are just looking through if I have all pieces of my cosplay together. This is mainly the accessories and the stuff that goes under my cosplay, as well as a few comfort items like particularly the socks that I'm wearing because I've got some pretty uncomfortable shoes. Obviously, I didn't stand up all day, so I didn't really need to pack all these 3 types of socks. I'm also going through the little like decorative items like my hat, my mask, the leg warmers, just to see if I have everything under control. And then I would put them all back in the Shein bag just to make sure that everything stays together and that I'm not a fucking idiot. My quality went way down. Okay, so this whole next section is me putting stuff in my actual con bag. I'm splitting up between 2 because I had one for day 1 and one for day 2. I made a list in my cosplay journal of anything that I needed in the con bag, things I should probably take. For example, just extras for my cosplay, like the tights, some socks, depending on if the socks I was wearing on that day would slide down or if I wanted thicker, longer socks as well. I had one per day and then a base line for both days. I packed 3 or 4 different safety bags, and I call them safety bags because they're got a bunch of stuff for like periods as well as for saving things in cosplay for comfort, like band-aids and panty liners. And if you don't know the panty liner trick, well, it's actually something for pads, and I found out about it for Doc Martens, but it actually works really well if you've got new shoes and they're rubbing up against you, is you put a panty liner on the back of your heel with the sticky side on your socks, and it's genuinely a really good, like, helpful thing, up until it starts rubbing as well, against your sock. That's only if you're wearing big combat boots though, but I do bring them just in case as well, because there is a different panty liner trick, which is if you have a full solid cosplay where you stick panty liners under your armpits or to the cosplay. If you have like a cosplay with sleeves, you stick it into the sleeve and it absorbs all the sweat and all that kind of stuff. I'm over speaking on this panty liners thing a bit too much. Anyway, I also add in what are they called? Paracetamol tablets. And ibuprofen if I have it. I have one main bag, which is the black bag that you see, because that's my usual like safety bag, which has all period products and just stuff that I take into the city with me. The other two, the pink one and the purple one goes into my partner's bag, and the pink one was supposed to be for day 2, and obviously that didn't happen. So yeah, I also have 2 hand towels to take with me in case I spill anything. And on the first day it was raining, so I put one of the hand towels on a chair that we wanted to sit on, which was very, very helpful. And also just a reusable bag in case I didn't get any bags for carrying stuff. This predominantly would be for the artist alley, but since I went past like the mystery bag stall and we went to a different stall beforehand, we didn't really need the extra bag, but it was just in case. But yeah, so I'm just packing that in this footage. Well, that's all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.